US President Donald Trump continues to press his claim on Greenland, with his ambitions to wrest control of the mineral-rich Arctic island growing stronger by the day. Now, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that the talks between US officials and representatives from Denmark and Greenland were largely productive. However, she added that European military deployments to the semi-autonomous Danish territory would not deter Trump from pursuing its control.
Those talks will take place, I'm told, every 2 to 3 weeks. So this is a conversation the administration intends to keep having with the Danes and with the respected delegation from Greenland. But the president has made his priority quite clear. He wants the United States to acquire Greenland. He thinks it's in our best national security to do that.
Following this statement, Denmark rejected any US acquisition of Greenland, with this foreign minister saying that this is out of the question. The Danish minister added that not only does it run counter to international rules, but also infringes on sovereignty. However, Greenland's Prime Minister, Jens Frederik Nielsen, has insisted that dialogue and diplomacy are the right way forward. He hailed the fact that a dialogue was now underway. Trump's special envoy to Greenland, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry, said that he plans to travel to Washington for meetings as several NATO allies move forces into Greenland in a show of solidarity with Denmark. A small French military contingent has reportedly arrived in Greenland's capital, Nuuk. The limited deployment involved troops from countries including Germany, Sweden, Norway, Finland, the Netherlands, and the UK, among others. Meanwhile, French President Emmanuel Macron said the initial contingent would soon be reinforced with land, air, and sea assets. On the other hand, French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot said that the European Union has a quote-unquote strategic responsibility in Greenland, adding that NATO allies are perfectly capable of defending their territory.
NATO, the NATO allies, the European countries, are completely capable of defending their territory against any threat, wherever it may come from. This is the spirit in which, I believe, our Danish colleague, our Greenlandic colleague, expressed themselves yesterday in Washington, and it is important that a dialogue can take place between allies. I believe this is what was decided at the end of yesterday's meeting regarding the exact nature of these threats, which need to be determined.
Now, President Trump has repeatedly insisted that the US needs to own Greenland for security reasons, specifically to prevent Russia and China from doing so. Debunking Trump's claim as a myth, Moscow said that it poses no threat to Greenland whatsoever, despite NATO countries recently announcing troop deployments on the island.
Now, after the recent publication of the US National Security Strategy, it turned out that part of the Danish kingdom's territory, which is located in the Western Hemisphere, has been included in Washington's arbitrarily defined sphere of US interests. And of course, against this backdrop, the myth of some kind of Russian threat, rigorously promoted by Denmark and other members of the European Union and NATO for many years, is especially hypocritical.